Our next guest from Nashville is a broker and luxury home investment property specialist with the Clausen Group Realtors, and he's here today to give us a little bit of insight in some property management. Please welcome back to the show, Matt Clausen. Matt, welcome back. It is so great to see you as always.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. I know today our topic is a little bit on property management, and I know that you work with a lot of investors. So how much of a role does property management play in the investment decision?
It's a great question, Sarah. I mean, it's a huge part of the equation. I mean, picture yourself out in California purchasing property out here in the Nashville area. I mean, you're going to be thinking about the numbers, but there's also a big back end to that, right?
Right.
I mean, what are you going to be thinking about?
I personally would be thinking about what's happening with my property over there. Is it still standing? I can't physically see it, so hopefully everything's great. And then who do you get to really manage that? How do you even figure that process out?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Of course, you want that peace of mind. You want to know your property is being taken care of, as you mentioned. You've got choices. You can go with a big box type company that's more volume oriented, or you can go with a more boutique-y type of company that's going to be a little bit more hands-on. The differences between the two are exactly that. I mean, the hands-on guys are going to focus on actually meeting your prospective tenants and interviewing them and getting the warm and fuzzies, actually showing them the property. Some of these bigger companies now, with the millennials being so driven by cell phones and electronics, they're texting them access codes, they're emailing them documents to sign, and they never even meet the tenants ever before they move into the house. So it is nice to meet. It's kind of old-fashioned, the old talking thing, but a gut feel is a big part of who you put in your property.
Yeah, absolutely. And I almost feel like when the property is so far away, like you said, it could be some kind of a cross-country transaction, you know, I feel like my peace of mind, I would want somebody physically there greeting prospective tenants and kind of getting a real feel for them too. I don't know how you would get a feel from like just getting the access code. Do people kind of bring that up to you as well?
That's all the time. And we hear that from both owners and prospective tenants that are out looking. They're a little surprised. And believe it or not, a lot of the tenants don't want that relationship. They want somebody that's going to take care of the property. If the HVAC goes out, they want somebody right away. It also helps to have a company that's very proactive. We're in the property within the first 30 days to make sure they haven't moved other people in and pets in that aren't supposed to be there, or if they're smoking and they're not supposed to. Proactive with putting notices out immediately and staying in touch with the tenants regularly. If they don't pay the rent, call them. Hey, are you okay? You know, that's opposite the norm because it takes more time.
Now, if you ever have clients that are interested in investing, they never have before, and they're just starting to get into this, how would you suggest that they find the right property management company?
Well, of course, you know, there's the internet to poke around and look and get some ideas. I think there's two ways that are probably the best ways to find a very good company. One is to talk with your agent, and if it's somebody who works in the investment marketplace, they probably have someone that they would trust with their own properties, which is probably one of the best ways to go. The other one is pretend you're a tenant. Call on one of that company's properties and see how that process goes. Do they answer the phone on the weekends? If you're an investor and you have a vacant house, you want it rented out.
Absolutely.
But if these folks aren't working on the weekend when everybody wants to look, guess what? You're sitting. And so call, see how they go through the process, see how good they are to work with, and to get into the property and see it.
Absolutely.
It's a great way to go.
I really like that tactic. That's actually really smart, I think, calling up as a tenant and just seeing how that goes. Before we let you go today, Matt, I know that you have a listing, so I want to make sure we get a nice detailed description. Give myself and our viewers just a little bit of a description on it.
Yeah, thank you for that. This is a fantastic property. It's about 11 years old. It's on the fringe of Gallatin, just outside of Hendersonville, which is a suburb 25 minutes outside of Nashville. The biggest feature of this home is it has 2 master suites. We have a lot of folks taking in one of their parents these days. It has a full master suite on the main level and on the second floor. House has been completely remodeled. You'll see that photographs are showing. It's beautiful for $425,000. Great buy, 3-car garage, super yard, nice house.
Amazing. So I imagine something that has all those amenities might not be around too long. So maybe get on that. Well, Matt,
thank you, Sarah.
Matt, thank you so much again. And once again, thank you for all that insight into the property management. And I think if anybody has any questions, to definitely give you a call, give you a shout. So Matt Clausen, thank you, as always, for coming on to The American Dream.
Thanks a bunch.
And stick around, more interviews right after this.